just secured the #1 seed in the Division C East and for Nexus Gaming Series. Joining me is Michael Joseph.
You do a shout out.
This is where
That's
you
when you
say
do
hello.
a shout out.
It's when you say
Hey,
hello.
how you doing?
So that's Michael Joseph. We have Betnam. Or
Hello,
Betnam,
hello.
sorry. Grumpy.
Hello there.
KB Mo.
Hey, what up, guys?
And it was Ma Sniper, right? Is that the correct way to say it?
Howdy.
And
MMA sniper, you can just call me sniper.
Where's the fun? So MMA Sniper. And then Father of 3 is unavailable because he's a father of 3. That's what I was told, right?
Yeah.
So how are y'all doing this, what is it, Tuesday?
Not
You
too
get-
shabby.
Yeah,
get-
we're pretty good.
You have a bye week, right? Head into the playoffs next week, who you'll be facing Onslaught, I believe. Is it Onslaught?
That's what we've heard as well. We're waiting for the official bracket,
Yeah,
but yeah.
It's either Onslaught or Hot Boys, is my guess. All right, so let's do the first question. History of your team. How long have you all been doing competitive HOTS?
This is our second season for 3 of us, and then the other 5 people, subs included, it's their first season.
And that's your second season on the Nexus Gaming Series, or did you participate somewhere else prior?
We were in NGS last season. We were just under a different name.
What was the name, if you don't?
Pan Dulce.
Yeah, I'm sorry I asked.
Right. That's why I didn't want to say it.
I have no idea what that is. Okay. So who are the 3 returning players then?
Myself, Betnun, and Father of 3.
Okay. So for the rest of the 5, is this how's this going for your very first season doing this?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If any teams out there are recruiting, no, it's pretty great. Just jumped in on a whim and meshed with the guys, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way, we do this NGS thing." It's like, all right, let's do it. We never lose in team league, so let's take it to the grand stage, and it's worked out.
We only lose when we're facing Deckard, though.
True.
It looks like you only drew 2 matches. So you lost
Yeah.
those 2 games against Deckard? I guess you got to ban him then, huh?
I think that was before he came out. Well, you see, I didn't on those 2. So we only dropped 2 maps. On those 2, I just didn't have my keyboard plugged in. So I just was like, I was trying something new where I could draw freestyle. I'm an artist, so I could do some freestyle art with my left hand, and then just click the abilities at the action bar. It didn't work out the best, but they were still close games for that.
Oh, really? Is that
That's
Yes.
Is that is that your final answer? Is that really what was going on?
Yes, Regis.
All right. So what do you think about your division this season as a whole? Like, do you feel... Well, actually, I guess let me start by asking, what division were you all in last season?
We were in C division last year too, or last season, I should say.
So do you feel that the competition this season is better, worse, the same as the previous season?
I will say there are actually a handful of strong teams, we feel like, but there were 2 teams that got moved up to like A division and B division. So the last season, there was actually some monsters in this division.
Now we're the monsters.
I mean, your record does prove it. 29 points, with the next closest being 22.
We try.
So what do y'all look to get out of the league? Do you enjoy the competitive nature of it? Just playing with your friends? Like, what's the main goal?
Yes. I'll answer every question, so you guys just jump in if you want one, because I'll talk all day. But no, the competitiveness I think is great. We love that aspect a lot. Before when we were just playing team league, that was like try hard. Now this is our try hard, and we go into team league and we just pick stupid stuff and like random comps, and our team league basically became our AI with bots. So yeah.
I think a good goal for us is we want to see what that heroic division is like. It might take a little while to get there, but we're on our way.
So you're hoping to get moved up to like Division B or A next season then?
Well, Skip both of those. Go to heroic. You heard the man.
We don't want to overlook the teams that we're going to have to play and beat, but regardless of whether we win playoffs or lose playoffs, we want to go up.
Mm-hmm. So whose MMR is dragging you down then, huh? No. All right. What are all your roles on the team? Like, who's your main tank, healer, specialist? Huh?
Who? Take this one, sniper. Go ahead.
We started off so the three of us that were last season on the different team, we kind of had like different roles and stuff. But this season we had like a smaller. We took three from last season, and then we found some more guys, right? So basically, it started off with Diesel or Michael Joseph was DPS. Last season, Betnun, was healing, and then I believe the Father of Three was DPS. I believe last season, but we swapped those around. So I'm DPS. Father of Three is healing. Diesel is DPS, and then Grumpy was a friend of Diesel's and Father of Three, and he was a really good ETC. So we kind of rolled with that. And then actually before the season started, we were like, we need a fifth. We kind of want to find somebody solid. And I think we randomly queued up with Mo, who just played in a Zebo in the off lane like nobody's business, and rolled with that.
And it seems to be working out for you guys pretty well.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you just give me a follow, Mo, or something? I thought I heard on my thing. I wasn't paying attention though.
Yes.
Because I see you're posting in there. You nerd.
I got you.
Well, thank you for that. But all right. So what was the next question I had? I see that. Who is your main drafter and shot caller? I assume you have one.
So the draft is actually pretty interesting. We all kind of add a little bit of input, but for the most part, when we get in the game, Betnun and Grumpy will call targets and overall strategies.
Yeah. When we do, I think we do a lot of prep, and I really like that. So when we come in to the draft, and we're all, we've all watched a lot of VODs, and we say, oh, they banned this. We know they don't want to play against that. ... Or they picked this, we planned for that, so let's go with our picks that we prepared for that. I think that, the time spent out of game, on the off nights is what really helps us a lot there. And yeah, it's just kind of collaborative in the draft. We take up, even if we're, 99% sure, 100% sure that we want to take like 2 picks right away. We still, take the rest of the time and just talk out what could happen next, what's going to happen if we take these picks, etc.
No, that's a good way to look at it. So there's never any issues in the draft. Then everyone seems to be on the same page, or at least really good at collaborating and discussing what the plan is going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all kind of have our comfort heroes, and we try to incorporate that into our strategy based on what they like to play.
Oh, very nice, very nice. All right, so without giving too much away, unless you really want to,
I'll give it all.
What do you consider the strengths of each of your players?
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll say our strength as a unit, we love the team fight, and we feel like we have one of the best team fights. We're not scared to 5v5 or 4v4 or even 4v5 sometimes.
Yeah. So I off lane. And when that's the best feeling ever, when we're in a game where you need to kind of group up for an objective, I don't know, whatever, like Volskaya, maybe you want people. And then, so the point opens up and I'm like, oh, I want to push this wave in because it's pushing towards us. So I'm like, let me clear this wave. And then they get like 2 kills. It's like, oh, okay. It just makes me, I'm just playing against minions. That's all I do. But yeah, they do a great job. They don't even need me.
Or are you doing such a good job top that they don't, that they're able to do what they can do down below?
That's what it is. But yeah, no, I totally agree. And then when we do join up for the full 5, we just that's part of our prep as well. We see what these teams like to do in team fights, and we pick them apart. Sounds pretty, boastful, but we've done a good job of identifying kind of like the way that they like to play, and we address that and play around it. Like what team was it that really liked Garrosh, and they did. And then they had a Sonya offlaner who would wait and then just come in the back line. And we just were patient, waited for that Sonya every time and popped her. I forget what team that was, but yeah. So I think, I don't know, I even outside of gameplay, I think going back to that, the prep is our biggest strength. And then we have decent mechanics that can back it up.
Did anybody else want to chime in on different strengths? I mean, this is all very serious. I'm very impressed with your self-control and restraint to not say anybody's super sexy or something like that.
I'm not. I'm trying so hard not to cuss because when I get hyped, I'm like, bleep, yeah, we got the best team fights. Let's go, boys. Trying so hard.
So normally I ask where the team name came from. However, based on your logo and the name of the team, I assume you're a fan of the cartoon show Garfield. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Well, there's one dude. It's funny. There's only one guy who is married or has kids, and he came up with the name. And the rest of us really like the show. And Al Bundy is the man. So
By the rest of us, he means him.
Yeah,
Only-
our boy
Roger.
Sniper made that logo. We were talking about it. We didn't have a logo for the first 2 weeks, and we were like, Sniper's like, I can make something. We're like, yeah, just throw some of those hater shades on Al Bundy and a marijuana cigarette in his mouth. What do the kids? I would think kids call it joints.
Yeah, I believe it is. That is the proper medical
Yeah.
term for that.
Yes.
Do you know of any other players in the league? Have you played with them before, or do you see them a lot when you're either practicing in team league or anything like that?
I feel like we have a pretty good. We actually know a lot of the people in our division just from watching so many VODs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're on a friendly basis or anything, but we definitely recognize when we're playing team league. We'll see a name, be like, oh, they're on that team, or oh, we know when we're playing against them. We know at least that much, I should say.
Yeah. Hey, that name's familiar.
I missed that from the draft though now because it's hard to tell until loading screen.
Oh yeah, that's or even for the casters, I noticed that the casters don't get to see the names either, and that's kind of funny. They're somebody picked Gazlo. Who could have possibly picked Gazlo, player 3? We don't know. And they have to wait too.
I think it's always been like that though, because
Has it?
watching HGC, not even they know. They're just saying, well, we think it's gonna be
That could be, yeah.
Cure on this or whatever, but they're still guessing.
True.
So, is there anything about your team that you would love the public, because everyone's going to listen to this later on in the world, them to know about your team?
I think they're all about to know through the playoff games if you know the player.
Tell him, boy.
So you're already saying that you're going to win Division C outright?
Please.
I'm not saying that we're going to win it. But
I am.
I'm saying that we've prepared, we practiced, we're confident.
We're not going to drop a single map all playoffs. I'll say it right now.
Really?
100%. Yeah, not one map.
I am interviewing Guys Gems, who's the #1 team in West later this week. So, I'll make sure that hopefully they can see this and listen to this before that.
No, pass
before that
it
interview.
on. We can change our team name, not drop a map.
In all seriousness, though, there are some good teams we're not really overlooking, but we're confident.
Yeah.
You guys are so I feel like
I'm just talking so much. I'm waiting for someone else.
I'm waiting for the bedlam to begin because for everyone just to start hopping in and having some fun. Let's see. All right, let's try this then. Which Pokemon is your favorite, and why is it Wigglytuff?
Ooh.
I'll let Grumpy take this one.
Yes. I feel like these guys just walked away from their mic or something.
feel like
What
they
is
did.
going on?
He's too grumpy to answer.
He's got to think about. This is a real mind.
This is the
That's a
hardest
tough
question you'll
one.
ever be asked
Yeah.
in your life.
My favorite Pokemon, hands down, is Blastoise.
Oh,
Sniper,
Like-
who you got?
Like turtles or what?
I'm a fan of turtles. Turtles
like-
with guns on their back. Can't argue with that.
I like Turtles.
can't be friends anymore, man. It's all about that Charizard, though.
Ooh.
You guys are like have the most cliche picks.
Yeah, I like Dratini
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Dratini's
Is-
awesome.
because he's just gonna step up and be a boss.
All right, Bettman, what's yours?
I don't think I have a favorite one.
Oh my
I haven't
gosh.
thought about it.
Oh, you can't give them crap for their picks and then say, "Oh, I don't have a favorite Pokemon."
It's out of his generation. He,
What are
That's
you
true.
talking
There's
about?
there's a generation for everybody in Pokemon.
Pokemon came out when I was a kid. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a new one that come out like every year.
I got a story about Pokemon. So I used to collect all the cards, and I would take them to school in my binder, in my backpack. And then somebody stole, like, I put them in order, right, in the little like not 3x3 sheets. And then somebody stole all the Pokemon cards from the top rows, which was like, who was number 3? Like Blastoise or Venusaur? One of those
Yeah,
was number
Venusaur.
3, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Did
And I was
you just say Blastoise?
I have a speech impediment, man.
Hey, we're very serious about that. Don't
Alright.
make fun of them.
JK,
I said-
all right.
But no,
and-
I was devastated.
hey, that's a hard thing to lose when you're a kid, particularly. Did you have any foil ones?
I think so. I don't really remember like which ones I had that were special. I just remember like loving to say the word holographic when I was a kid.
Interesting. And Michael Joseph, you've been oddly quiet during the Pokemon discussion.
I'd probably say Misty. I'm not really worried about the Pokemon. I'll go after the chick.
Same, dude, same. She's a water type. Always. Okay, I don't make that joke. You know where that's going.
Oh.
KBMO is also a teacher. Just want to let you know. He's a teacher.
Yep.
Oh, so you're the blame for the youth coming up, huh?
Well, I don't know. I have kind of a potty mouth when I'm not at school, but I feel like it's because I don't get to swear all day, and so I come home and it just comes out. And is this
She said,
is this a bye week for everyone or just us?
I believe it's a bye week for all Division C. The only
Gotcha.
divisions still playing, I believe, are B, A, and Heroic. No,
Gotcha.
is Heroic done? They might be done too. I can't remember. So, let's see. We don't know who you're playing next. Who do you feel will be the toughest test on you for you guys for Division C East to get through to the finals?
ourselves.
Yes.
Self-air.
You played yourself.
A lot of this game is just playing smart and let the other people make mistakes. Right?
Yeah.
Don't make mistakes. Don't fumble the ball.
Yeah, at least like in our division, most of the time we're like really good about being patient, like we were talking about. But the 2 maps that we dropped, we went back and looked, and we were able to pinpoint what we would do differently, and we just made some of the wrong calls, and it just snowballed away from us. But it ain't gonna happen again.
That's right. 'Cause you're not dropping a map at all in the playoffs. I have to
Not a
remember
single
that.
one. Take it to the bank.
So, what is everyone's favorite Blizzard title? We'll start with Michael Joseph this time, since he's a Pokemon fanatic and he couldn't start out the last time.
I'm a big StarCraft guy, but Diablo is like close second.
So, what race is it for StarCraft?
You know, I played a lot of mostly Zerg, but if I played today, it'd probably be Protoss.
It's because Zerg suck nowadays. That's the problem.
I'm ever since they put Alarak out, dude. He's such a fucking shit.
Oh, we were so close.
No, take two.
Jax, I'm gonna need you to edit that part right there. So Alarak is really cool.
He's a very cool guy.
Oh, I knew it was gonna happen.
I just thought it would be me.
I know. I'm mad that it was me.
I thought it would be me for sure.
Bettman, what about you?
I used to be a huge fan of World of Warcraft. I've definitely spent way too much time on that video game. And I always go back to it every expansion for a little bit.
So you're coming back for Battle for Azeroth or Elva Azeroth or whatever it's titled?
Oh,
Both.
yeah.
Both.
I already spent like $80 on that pre-expansion to get that sweet mount.
Oh,
Been there,
Yeah.
done that.
I feel like they kind of went cheap with the mount for HOTS though. Like it has nothing to do with BOFA at all. I think that's what all the kids are calling BDFA is. They're just saying BOFA.
Did you get in a beta for it by chance?
Oh, no. I've been spending way too much time on this game lately.
I mean, apparently I got into the beta and I'm like, but I don't play World of Warcraft anymore. Why would they do this to me? That's why I was just curious. I'm wondering if they were giving away a bit more. Grumpy, it's your turn. What's your favorite Blizzard game?
I'm like Diesel. I'm a huge fan of StarCraft. Played it a lot. Zerg only, really.
So did you do the dirty Zergling rushes in your heyday?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like crazy. That and I'm a big fan of HOTS, honestly. I used to play WoW, but HOTS is right up there now.
Do you ever play much Kerrigan in HOTS?
No, not at all, actually.
All right. I was just curious because I'm a big StarCraft person myself, and while I know she can be good, I'm not really a fan of her kit in HOTS personally. That's why I was just curious if other people feel the same that are StarCraft fans.
Did you write that big Reddit post on this? Like maybe like 6 months or a year ago? There's something on it. Like they went so far in on the blades part.
Yeah.
It's pretty edgy. Edgelordy.
All right, Mo, what's your favorite Blizzard game?
I'm gonna have to go ahead and say Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
That makes sense. That's natural.
It's on my launcher right now. I think Warcraft 2, because that's when I got and even Warcraft 1. So I never had a PC when I was really little, and I sneakily downloaded the trial for Warcraft, the original game, on the public library computer, and I just played the first map like 100 times, and then I finally got a computer at home and got the second one and just played the crap out of it. And I still remember in their like little merchandise pamphlet that came in the CD case was like a both-sided, like an orc and a tauren and someone else walking over a bridge in a jungle, and it just said World of Warcraft, and that was it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I'd say Warcraft, and then into World of Warcraft a little bit.
And MMA Sniper, the quiet one.
Yeah. Huge fan of the Warcraft franchise, the Warcraft universe. Played 1, 2, 3, and then WoW. WoW was a little bit of lifestyle growing up, so until about Cataclysm, and then I stopped doing that. And yeah, but I played Diablo and StarCraft. I think Diablo is probably a close second.
I can't believe no one said Rock and Roll Racers. I'm disappointed.
I was thinking, I couldn't remember what it was called.
What was your everyone's first official Blizzard game they played then? Not their favorite, but their first official one.
That was mine, so you can skip me.
The original Diablo. Isn't that everybody?
Yeah, I was gonna say
For
Diablo.
sure.
Mine was Warcraft, yeah.
Yeah, mine was Warcraft also.
I'm pretty sure mine was the Lost Vikings. That's what I'm trying to remember.
Was that on Sega?
Well, I played it on the Super NES.
Okay.
Well, that's going to wrap it up. Did you guys have anything else that you'd like to add before we close up, and then you guys can go back to getting ready to go completely undefeated in the playoffs?
We're actually about to start a scrim right now, so it's good timing.
Oh,
Yeah.
in that case, we have another half hour of questions.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We can leave KB Mo with you.
Yeah. I'll
In
field
the
those
solo
while we
lane.
play. Yep. See, like they'll just team fight 4v5, and I'll just farm minions and PvE and answer your questions.
There you go.
Perfect. I don't know. We're super excited for playoffs. We love the competitiveness, the seriousness, and getting to that's one thing you don't get in Team League. Getting to study your opponent, have plans of attack for certain maps and for certain teams. And we're just hyped to keep doing that. It's just fun. When we had a draw our second game, we were just super bummed. We were like, I mean, yeah, it's like a free win, but we just wanted to play.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much for taking the time and joining me on this. I wish
Thank you for having us.
wish you all good luck the rest of the playoffs, I guess, when they start.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thanks,
Dude.
man.
Thank you.
And if you guys do end up winning, maybe I'll have to have you on so you guys can talk and revel in your victory.
Roger that.
Weird
Might as well
now.
schedule that now.
But I will say that if you do end up winning and you lose a map,
Oh, you can hold me personally accountable.
Yeah,
Oh,
crucify Mo for
I
that. not
will
the rest
be.
of us.
You can put me on trial.
All right. Well, this was Married with Children. Thank you guys very much. Hope you're enjoying being in Nexus Gaming Series, and good luck this season in the playoffs.
Thank you.
All right,
Take
take
care.
care, man.